Ellis Beef Easters, Radio Aircheck, and Classic TV channel.
Homeland hard salami from Hormel. At your delicatessen now.
Available at Grand Union, Trunk Stores, Key Food, and other places. Coming up on 621, Imus in the morning. Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Imus.
What do you want?
Oh, is that any way to greet me?
Why are you up at 6 o'clock?
I don't know, but now I'm up.
You stayed up all night, didn't you?
Of course not.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I have to do some writing early in the morning.
How about those Raiders?
Hey, how about Gary Carter?
How about who?
Gary Carter.
For the Mets?
Uh-huh.
Is that a good deal?
Frank Cashin, who we all made fun of for a long time,
Yeah.
has just trumped George Steinbrenner.
He has?
The Mets have a better chance to be in the World Series now than George does with Ricky Henderson.
Gary Carter's a great player, isn't he?
You bet he is.
Where'd he come from?
Montreal.
Oh, yeah. Isn't he supposed to be the best catcher in baseball or something?
You betcha. And he had a no-trade clause.
Yeah.
And he demanded to be traded, and the Expos tried to make the best deal. And he is the kind of guy that a whole team forms around. This is one of the great weeks for New York baseball in a long time.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? I'm very excited.
Are you really?
Yeah, I really am.
Are you saying that to just placate me?
No, I think it's pretty good.
By the way, I told Donald Trump our theory.
Yeah, but...
He'd already heard it.
He had?
Yeah, for people who weren't listening yesterday.
Yeah.
It was that the only serious character flaw that we can see
is
that he likes us.
Yeah.
And he told me to go ahead and find some new hobbies for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he accepts the fact that we might not be as great as he thought we were.
Well, what do we come up with?
Macrame.
What?
Macrame. It's like needlepoint.
Oh, yeah.
Speedboat racing.
Yeah.
And driving a New York taxi cab in his spare time.
Donald Trump?
Don't you think Donald would be funny when he picks up a fare saying, now, just between you and me, off the record?
Yeah, that might be funny.
You don't sound good today.
I don't feel well at all.
What's the matter?
I got about an hour's sleep.
Why?
Well, never mind.
Well, why don't you go home and take the rest of... You want me to come over and handle the rest of the show?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be there in a little while.
Bye.
Bye.
6:23. 23 after 6, Imus in the morning. You know, I went to sleep early, and then, I don't know, I woke up and went back to sleep. I'll tell you the problem is one of these days. WNBC, 626 now, 26 after 6. I am Imus in the morning, WNBC News. Good morning, Charles McCord.
Good morning, Donald. Here in the tri-state area, 26-year-old furniture store porter Robert Turley of Smithtown, Long Island, is to be arraigned today in the murder of 12-year-old Jennifer Gough, the girl whose body was found late on Sunday in a wooded area near her Nesconsant, Long Island home. Turley was arrested yesterday after he aroused police suspicions by lingering near the crime scene, approaching an officer there to say that the deep scratches he had gotten on his face were the result of a mugging he'd been through. The story didn't wash, according to investigators. They questioned him about the Gough killing, soon booking Turley on charges of second-degree murder. Authorities believe Turley followed Jennifer when she left a shopping center where he worked, accosting her then when she was about halfway to her home. Detectives are looking for a Brooklyn man who lists himself in the phone book as a rabbi on charges he sexually abused a 10-year-old boy who was a patient at an unlicensed child psychology center. The man ran out of his home. The Brooklyn DA's office says detectives of the Sex Crimes Unit have a warrant for the arrest of 37-year-old Avraham Mondrowitz, charging him with 2 counts of sexual abuse in the first degree, another of endangering the welfare of a child. The warrant charges Mondrowitz abused the boy on 2 occasions last June in his home. Detectives are also looking for other Mondrowitz clients who may also have been victims of sexual abuse. A new study by the New York State Department of Social Services, to be released today, says the city's program to protect children from abuse leaves a lot to be desired. WNBC's Pat Farnack reports the City Council General Welfare Committee listened to the criticism.
Committee Chairman Sam Horwitz says some of the criticisms of the city's program for children have merit, but more social workers have been added since the study was done, and they hope to add even more. But Horwitz says manpower isn't the only criticism.
They claim there are many deficiencies in the way procedures are done and the way the void between the social worker and the actual final solution to the problem.
A big problem cited by the study was that investigations of abuse proceed at a snail's pace, often not in time to save a child from harm. It also said 40% of the families in need of help didn't get it. Pat Farnack, WNBC News.
Out in New Jersey, a distinct, no pun intended necessarily, a distinct problem of waste disposal. There was no garbage pickup through some 20 Morris County towns yesterday, simply because there was no place to put anything. Now that the Hams landfill in Sussex County has been ordered closed as an environmental hazard, the New Jersey Supreme Court denied a request by the landfill's operators to reopen the dump ordered closed over the weekend. The state's Department of Environmental Protection has tried to convince the Morris County Board of Freeholders to find a new landfill site, but the board says there's no place suitable within the county. Possible solutions being studied. A couple of dumps in Middlesex County might be used if the Middlesex Board of Freeholders agreed to that, to open them to Morris County. And in the meantime, some 200,000 people are left with the garbage piling up out by the curb. The Union Carbide Company has distributed a safety report made 2 years ago about its plant in Bhopal, India. The report found so many lapses in safety there that inspectors predicted a massive gas leak could happen. As all the world knows, that prediction was disastrously fulfilled. 2,250 people died as a result of a gas leak last week. The safety report was released by Union Carbide at a news conference yesterday at its headquarters up in Danbury, Connecticut. Chairman Warren Anderson conducted the news briefing, and we have more about that from WNBC's Scott Thompson in Connecticut.
Union Carbide President Warren Anderson expressed his personal sorrow at the tragedy. Anderson added that the equipment used at the India plant was by no means second-hand.
We put in India the same kind of facilities that we would put in Charleston, West Virginia, not just with this particular business line, but any business line we're in.
Anderson vowed that the victims of the accident will be fully compensated with an additional $1 million in emergency aid being forwarded to the area. In Danbury, this is Scott Thompson for WNBC News.
The weather for the tri-state area, some early morning clouds, then mostly sunny, mild day.
The Raiders won last night, and the Mets get Gary Carter from the Montreal Expos. Best catcher in baseball.
Further details a minute away on WNBC. The time right now is 6:31.
L-C-N-U-G-G-E-T-S, let's go! Everyone's hollow ground chicken McNuggets in McDonald's big 20-piece pack. Rah, rah, rah! Light tender chicken, just right for dipping. A game time, halftime. Timeout snack, so stick to the game plan. Pass them down. With 20, there's plenty to go around. It's a good time for the great taste. Eat 'em up, all of McDonald's.
Have you heard what people are saying about McDonald's new pumpkin pie? After just one bite of the flaky golden crust, this is what one family had to say. And when a hard-to-please skeptic sampled the spice-to-perfection filling, these were his exact words. McDonald's new pumpkin pie at participating McDonald's in New York, New Jersey, and Fairfield County, Connecticut for a limited time only.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Go ahead, call.
No, you call.
Okay, if you're afraid.
Hi, I'm Joanne, and I've been wanting to talk to you. You're so beautiful and strong. Call back after 9:15, and I'll give you a real adult message.
Well, what'd she say?
Today, anyone, anywhere in the country, for example, a youngster in California, can call New York phone numbers and get recorded pornographic messages. By law, these messages can run only at night, which is supposed to make it hard for youngsters to call.
What'd she say?
She says call back at 9:15. I think that means 9:15 in New York.
6:15 here.
I can wait till 6:15.
Yeah.
As reported in the December Reader's Digest, every month more people really read the digest than anything else, and come away angry enough to do something. We make a difference in 53 million lives.
6:33 now. Imus in the morning, 27 till 7 o'clock. I can't even tell you what he just said, what McCord just said. I can't even tell you. He's so nuts.
Well,
we have
yes,
about 30 almost $35,000 in money for the Catholic Relief Services to try to help feed this thousands and thousands of starving people in Ethiopia, because apparently a lot of people feel the same way I do, and that is that we don't want to be walking around 20 years from now saying, well, yeah, that was awful what happened, but I couldn't do anything. I was busy. Like a lot of people walking around Germany saying, well, I didn't realize what Hitler was doing. It's just, just didn't know. Charles McCord and his wife, Connie McCord, gave us $500 this morning. You sure you want to give me this check now? I've never known you to give money for anything. Well, no, that's not true. You give... In fact, in fact, he does. In fact, Charles does a lot of charitable work out there in his little community in Wayne, New Jersey. You're always doing stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, well, and if they catch me.
No, but he is. He tries to joke about it, but he... And I said I would read everyone's name on the air who gave money, and that's what I intend to do, and I don't care how long it takes. And it may be, you may think it's boring, but I don't care.
Tough.
I read about all of the $1,000 donations, the $500 donations, the $250 donations, $200 donations, and the ones over $100 a little earlier. And we'll reprise those later this morning. These people all gave $100. The J. Francesco Company of Cedar Grove, New Jersey, Deidre Condon of Manhattan, A.R. Faulkner. Well, that's Ashley.
Yeah, and you know J. Francesco is?
Oh, we read these yesterday.
Joseph, yeah.
Because Elon types these up. Yeah. William Cronenthal, Stephen Weintraub of Jamaica, New York, Maureen DeWitt, Brooklyn, Robert and Margaret Giolito of Westbury, New York, Michael and Eileen Quirk of Belrose, Alvin Mintz of Freehold, New Jersey, John Aluto and Sons Limited of Mineola, Lawrence and Harriet Mager of Manhattan, Joseph and Nora Hoffman of Oradell, New Jersey, Mary and John Rupka of Roselle Park, New Jersey, Roberta and Kenneth Satz of Livingston, New Jersey, Harry Taylor of Madison, Connecticut, James and Sandra Fagiani of West Haven, Connecticut, Mario and Michael Waite of Newport, Rhode Island, Richard and Brenda Hall of Manhattan, Lorraine Kevra of Fairhaven, New Jersey, Michael Marshall of New Britain, Connecticut, Ray Fabian of Hamilton Square, New Jersey, Joseph and Denise Casey of Creeskill, New York, Thomas and Elizabeth DeSoy of Brooklyn, New York, James Connolly of Rockwalk Center, New York. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
Sit up, you bozo. Partners, Inc. of Comac, New York, Greg Shaban of Greenwich, Connecticut. These are all $100 donations. Edward Mott of Oakland, New Jersey, Donald and Violet... You idiot. Rushman of Park Ridge, New Jersey. Charles Bernstein of Manhattan. Richard K. Bernstein of Manhattan. Ahern Holtzman and Michael Ahern of Port Chester, New York. William Hagland of Chester, New York. Arthur Hartigan of Spring Lake, New Jersey. Edward Pressman of Manhattan. George Andreessen of Waldwick, New Jersey. Nicholas Ferenc, F-E-R-E-N-C-Z of Toms River, New Jersey. James David of Huntington, New York. Rocco and Lynn Rulo, R-U-L-L-O. Get you idiot. Get back in your chair, would you please? Maywood, New Jersey. These are all $100 donations. Dr. J. Freed of Holbrook, New York. Anthony Viviona of New Rochelle, New York. Marie and John Abate of Massapequa Park, New York. Hal Schernick and Chappaqua, New York.
Yeah.
Kenneth Swat of Bloomfield, New Jersey. Francis and Dolores O'Donnell of Rockville, Connecticut. Leona Leo of Manhattan. Harriet Wehan of Rybrook. Hilda Takes of Yorktown.
What?
Crystal Home Cleaners of Port Chester, New York. Francis Cifaloni of Yonkers. Joseph W-E-H-R-E-R, Pompton Plains. Let's get some uniform names in this country.
Now, wait a minute. You handle these quite well, as a matter of fact.
Sally Kellogg Russo of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
See?
And the Empire Diner. Lisa and I had breakfast at the Empire Diner.
Get out of here. Now, don't stop
Thanksgiving morning.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And these are the folks who sent...
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
We were over there, and she was taking a train up to someplace.
Yeah.
Up to, she was going up to her uncle's, something.
Mm-hmm. Montreal.
And she missed a train.
Yeah.
So we went over to the Empire Diner, and I had scrambled eggs, which I never eat.
And turkey.
No. I had a steak.
Oh,
hash
did you
browns? Yeah.
That's wonderful.
At the Empire Diner.
Ain't that fun?
Great.
Sure.
All right, we have $50 donations and $20 donations. God, we have 2 pages of $50 donations, and I'll share those with you later.
And thank you.
I know it's boring,
everybody.
and I'm sorry, but
he made a commitment, and when Don Imus is committed, wait a minute.
I said I'd read the names, and that's what I intend to do.
That's it.
And if you'd like to get in on this so that you don't walk around and feel like a creep the rest of your life, you make a check out to the Catholic Relief Services and send it to Imus in the Morning, WNBC Radio, 30 Rockefeller Plaza, New York, 10020. And I know when you do it, you feel a lot better. You know, it's just there's so many charities and there's so many things that we can give money to, and it's difficult to know where to start. But when we have fellow human beings on this earth literally starving to death and dying, we have to. It's a responsibility of every human being on this earth to do something about it if they can. And everybody doesn't have to give $500 or $1,000 or $5,000 like Donald Trump. But I expect to hear from a lot of people like Coca-Cola and Stroh's. All the people at Stroh's. I expect to hear from McDonald's. I expect to hear from Carvel. Lots of these people I expect to hear from. And I better hear from them because I don't have to get icky if I don't. You know? You can't continue to sell Stroh's and hamburgers and not, you know... Do we have any spots? Oh, why don't you play them?
Rufino Orvieto, the white wine for people who know their white wine.
Is this your first wine tasting class?
Oh, well...
Listen, I've been to a lot.
Really?
Tasted some fabulous wines. Let me know if you need any assistance.
Well, then, maybe you can tell me about this Rufino Orvieto wine.
Rufino or...
Rufino Orvieto. It's the one with the lovely green and white label.
Oh, Rufino Orvieto. Yeah, it's a white wine.
I can see that.
Probably Italian.
Of course it's Italian. Rufino is one of the world's leading winemakers.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
And Rufino Orvieto is one of the leading white wines.
Oh yeah, like Chablis.
No. Rufino Orvieto is much more subtle than Chablis.
Oh, yeah, I meant Suave.
But Rufino Orvieto is molto, more sophisticated than Suave. Rufino Orvieto is a dry, crisp white wine. It's the white wine for people who know their white wine.
Is this your first wine tasting class?
Not exactly. I'm the new wine tasting instructor.
Oh. Rufino Orvieto, imported by Shefflin and Company, New York.
An ideal gift for a lady. Something with style that soothes and keeps her warm. From Bamberger's, a pair of Aris isotoners. The gloves famous for their beautiful feel. Bamberger's has them 2 ways. Unlined isotoners for just $22 and extra warm acrylic-lined isotoners for just $26. Both come in great colors with leather racing stripes. And both come in one size that fits every woman. Aris isotoners, just $22 and $26. Right now at Bamberger's.
I want you to call the security here at the NBC. I'll have them come take Mr. McCord away. I can't even tell you the things he's been saying while the commercials are playing.
Well, now, Donald.
The Los Angeles Raiders, 24. The Detroit Lions, 3. The Raiders had a pretty tough time with a team that was, at that point, 4-9-1 or something. They hadn't won many games. This icky team. Anyway, the Rangers beat the Kings last night, 4-2 at the Garden. Red Wings over the Minnesota North Stars, 4-3. Coming up tonight, the Devils will be out at Nassau to skate against the Islanders. In basketball, Atlanta beat Indiana 104-98. The Nets over Boston. No, they're going to play Boston tonight. Figures. And the Sixers will be at the Garden with Moses Malone, Dr. J, and that bunch.
Oh, wow.
To take on the Knicks.
Good game.
In top 20 college basketball, St. John's is not playing, and we don't care about the other teams. We hate them.
Takes care of that.
Yeah. What's the weather situation?
The weather situation, some early morning clouds and mostly sunny and mild, the high in the low 50s. Clear tonight, lows in the 30s. Morning sunshine tomorrow, cloudy up in the afternoon, the highs again in the low 50s. Thursday, chance of morning showers, partly cloudy afternoon, windy, turning cooler.
Again, in 4 days, we have raised $35,000 for the Catholic Relief Services to feed starving people in Ethiopia. Get your check in the mail today.
Pretty good response.
I want to hear from you.
Thank you. 44 degrees right now, coming up on 6:43. And that's what's happening. I'm Charles McCord, WNBC New York.
Thank you, Charles. Price out of Chevette, the most affordable Chevrolet there is today, just for the fun of it. Chevrolet sponsors this Encounter Traffic Report with WNBC's Donna Paduccia. Good morning, Miss Paduccia.
Good Good morning, Mr. Imus. Big problem already this morning on the eastbound Grand Central Parkway. All lanes are closed approaching 111th Street. The problem is a flaming car fire. The fire department and police are on the scene, and that car is really burning right now. That's just past LaGuardia Airport, and so far it's causing about a quarter to a half-mile delay in the eastbound direction, but the problem is westbound with all rubbernecking delays. The LIE is slowing through the fairgrounds connecting up to the Grand Central, and also the Grand Central itself heading inbound is extremely heavy from just out of the Kew Gardens interchange all the way up to that area. So again, give yourself some extra time. Hopefully that car fire will be out of there shortly. Also on the northbound Cross Island Parkway approaching the LIE, we have a report of an accident on the shoulder, but that may be causing some rubbernecking delays. Looking good in the Bronx so far, but getting to the George Washington Bridge inbound from Route 4 around Jones Road, there's a truck-car accident blocking the right lane. That's causing about a mile delay. Police are on the scene with that one, and we've already got a 5 to 10 minute inbound backup at the George Washington Bridge toll plazas. As I said, the Cross Bronx, though, is in pretty nice shape. Throgs Neck and Whitestone bridges have no problems. The Triborough's in good form. Out in Suffolk County, Long Island, on the westbound LIE, 2 lanes are closed just west of the Saginaw Coast Parkway. That's due to a problem that's being cleared. And also back in New Jersey, southbound Route 17 is already pretty busy getting down through that construction site in Rochelle Park, south of Route 4. The problem, again, was this overnight construction they have been working on. An alternate side is in effect in all 5 boroughs. And rush hour traffic reports are brought to you from the Helicopter. For Rod Frank, I'm Donna Fiducia on WNBC.
Thanks, Donna. 644, 16 to 7. I'm in the morning. WNBC.